and so much more. He's out!
By sports supporters and Meech.
What up? Watch the show and read the sports blog. Hitting the field!
Season is underway, and the Kansas City Chiefs are dominating the defending Super Bowl champions. Then this week, Alex Smith and company continued their hot play, taking down the Eagles. They look like the best team in the NFL the past 2 weeks.
Live from the Nicholson School of Communication, it's Tonight's the Night. With special guest, GETABOARD. With musical guest, Violectric. And now your host, Matt Regal.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome to Tonight's Tonight, UCF's only and therefore #1 late night comedy talk show. We're going to get right into it. Some stuff happened over the week, and we're going to talk about it right now. Some students on a recent geography field trip came across a dead body on the beach. Yes. What started as a geography lesson ended as an interactive biology exhibit. 2 for 1. Just poke it with a stick. It gets better, believe me. It gets better, a lot friendlier. You can now buy a mini keg filled with Hidden Valley Ranch. That's right. Frat parties just got a lot more fun and a lot less lethal. Think about it. Think about it. And we move on. Police in Maine are looking for the owner of a pair of dentures that were left at a polling place in Maine. That's right. To make the search faster, they're only looking for people that voted Republican. Narrow things down right away. You see, a lot of Republicans are old, therefore use dentures. And we move on to the next joke. Scientists have come out saying that the dinosaurs would have survived if the asteroid had hit somewhere else. Hopefully it was just a slow week in the world of science, because that may be the most obvious thing I've ever heard in my entire life. If they would have been here instead of here, then yes, science. If you're having trouble with your Wi-Fi, researchers suggest using tin foil on your router. Yeah, and even quicker fix, piggyback off your neighbors like the rest of us. It's a lot easier. That's right, stealing internet. Stealing internet. Recent studies suggest that more people than ever are using Netflix to help them fall asleep. Coincidentally, Iron Fist's ratings have never been better. Just knocking people out. 3 friends who attended a Metallica concert in San Diego back in August ended up contracting hepatitis A. Although, hepatitis A ended up costing them less than a concert t-shirt. So, ultimately, financially, they won out. Tiffany & Co.'s Everyday Objects collection includes a tin can that will sell for $1,000. It's part of their new Middle Finger to Beggars Everywhere campaign. Okay, that was pretty good. I know jokes always can't land perfectly. That was pretty good, but I just think that that last chuckle it deserved might come out if we explained it a little more and put it into context. So let's give it a shot. Board, please. Jacket man, thank you. Hand over here. Thank you, sir. Okay. So, basically what we got here, I got to get all scienced up. Hang on a second. Buttons. It's going to get crazy. You got to button it up. Glasses for science. And pointer for science. So, okay, for starters, Tiffany & Company is a luxury jewelry retailer. It was founded in 1837 by Charles Louis Tiffany, hence the name Tiffany's. Now, the original name was actually Tiffany Young and Ellis. The name was changed in 1853 when the previously mentioned Charles Tiffany took control and created the company's emphasis on jewelry. Now, I know many of you are probably thinking to yourself, that's great, but when was the first Tiffany mail-order catalog? Well, for that, buckle up, because you're going to have to go back in time a little bit to 1845. It was aptly titled The Blue Book. Let it sink in for a second. We on? Okay, cool. The joke then references beggars. Now, beggars, of course, refers to a person who survives by asking for money or food, much like this fella here. They're frequently depicted holding a tin can outstretched on the side of the street. Now, tin, as we all know, is a chemical element stemming from the Latin word stannum. It's a post-transition metal that falls under group 14 on the periodic table. This brings us to the final piece of this elaborate puzzle, the tin can. The punchline implies that Tiffany's has a campaign entitled Middle Fingers to Beggars Everywhere, ergo suggesting that by offering a $1,000 tin can, you are insulting the homeless and less fortunate by ironically recreating what they used to ask for money out of a material that is worth a lot of money. So let's try that again. There we go, that went nicely. Tiffany & Co.'s Everyday Objects collection includes a tin can that will sell for $1,000. That's right, it's part of their new Middle Finger to Beggars Everywhere campaign. Okay, all right. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to commercial while I try to explain this again. When we get back, GETABOARD is with us, so stick around. You see, Tiffany & Co., 1837 is where they started. 1853, it's where they become Tiffany's. 1845, we got the blue book. Now we're in commercial.
Devices at your fingertips. Wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
Do you like sports? Do you like reading about sports? Then we got a sports blog just for you. Stay on my peripherals. That's not far. Hitting the field.
The first student-run sports blog.
For sports fans.
By sports fans.
See, it's all about the product shot.
Where do you want me to stand?
Don't talk though. I want them to see the whole.
Hitting the field. We cover football. We cover basketball. And so much more. He's out.
By sports reporters. And Meech.
What up? Watch the show and read the sports blog. Hitting the
Field.
Today, when you have multiple devices at your fingertips, wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
And welcome back to the program. I wanted to take a second to talk about something real quick. Recently, a study was released that names clown as the creepiest profession, followed by taxidermist. Now, I'm sure that makes sense to most of us, but to one man, this did not sit well. So we've decided to give him some time to air his grievances right here on the program. So please give a warm welcome to Stuffy, the taxidermist clown. Thank you so much, Stuffy. I cannot tell you how happy we are to have you.
Oh, thank you, Matt. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, I know it's been a bit of a troubling time for you.
Yeah. Man, I don't, I'll be honest with you, Matt. These last couple of days have been pretty tough. As the world's only taxidermist clown, well, not gonna lie, it's been tough.
Okay, yeah, I can imagine. And by the way, I want to get something. I don't want to sound offensive, but I thought you'd look a little more clownish.
It's a common assumption.
Okay.
But, you know, does Larry King wear suspenders when he's off the clock?
He might.
That's actually a good point. That was a bad example.
Okay, yeah, it might have been. Now, this study came out, and I know that's making things difficult in your line of work.
Yeah, no, like, again, it's been tough. I don't really understand. I don't really understand why everyone's creeped out.
You don't understand why people might be creeped out by clowns and taxidermists?
No, I just can't help but feel like this study was partially targeted toward me.
Now, Stuffy, you're too hard on yourself. I think what might have happened is that people don't fully understand clowns or taxidermists.
No, they do. It's not that complicated. You wear the big shoes, I honk the horn. The birthday circuit just isn't as lucrative as people think.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really thought that the birthday clown circuit was lucrative.
Well, I had to take on a second job, so I thought I'd pursue my other passion, stuffing dead animals.
Okay, and now I want to hold up a second. You don't see where that would have creeped some people out. It's a clown stuffing dead animals. I mean, where do you do your taxidermy work?
My front lawn.
In your front lawn?
I need the space.
Okay, but that's going to creep some people out. How about you go buy a shed or something and do it in there?
Matt, a shed. I'm not a Saudi prince. My lawn's plenty of room.
Okay, but at least you're not doing the taxidermy work with all your makeup on, because that would just be insane.
Well, I mean...
So you wear the makeup while you're doing the
I like to stay in character, okay?
Okay, well, if you can't understand what's creepy about this, then I don't think I'm qualified to help you. So thanks for coming out, Stuffy.
Anytime.
All right,
Thank
that's
you.
Stuffy the taxidermist clown, everybody. Wasn't he stupid? He was. All right, switching gears. My guests today claim they can teach you anything with a board. Some call them dreamers, some call them innovators. I call them get a board. Drew, Andy, welcome to the program. How you guys doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming on out. How's it going? Already fighting for couch real estate. That's what I like.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're close.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's my homie right here.
All right.
Fun.
Now, for those that don't know, can you tell us a little bit about what the GETABOARD Foundation is?
Basically, we're a nonprofit. We teach at-risk youth how to surf, skate, create art. We've been working with a homeless shelter downtown, Coalition for Homeless, for about 5 years, and it's been awesome. The kids love skateboarding, and a lot of people go, why skateboarding?
Yeah, why not stamp collecting or checkers?
Oh, you know, those are so much fun, too.
Oh, absolutely.
I do love those things. Seashell collection is pretty awesome.
Yes, a lot of good hobbies, but
Yeah.
skateboarding more exciting, for sure.
Yeah, the kids love it. It was rated the #1 how-to sport for Central Florida 2 years in a row.
Really?
So I can walk in any second grade classroom and go, who wants a skateboard?
Hands
And
just
they're
shoot out.
all just shoot right up.
That's
Hands-
awesome.
Yeah. So,
I think every kid goes through a skateboard. If they don't get into it, they at least aspire to. I know I did.
yeah.
I got like a little one, and I was terrible at it. Had I been a part of this program, though, that would have been a different story. Now, how long has the program been around?
Over several years. We've been working on it full time for the past 3 years, but it was like a hobby with me and some of my friends since 2003.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so we've taught 6,000 kids how to surf and skate.
Jeez.
Yeah, a lot. Surfing is where it's at, though. Surfing's the best.
Feels like it doesn't hurt as much when you fall.
It doesn't.
That's why.
I mean, you can still get hurt.
Oh, I don't doubt that. Yeah. The ocean's an angry, dangerous place. Yeah. But
Yes, sir.
so is concrete. So that's really cool. I'm sure somewhere you're going to have like an X Games champion. 6,000.
For sure, that's a goal.
We're hoping, yeah.
It's almost just math. Almost makes it seem like that's
It's fun. Cool thing. It's fun to see. It's fun to see the kids get light up about something, get excited about something, and then just turn around and you can see them going from a beginner to somebody that's excited to learn something new and passionate about.
That's awesome. And the cool thing about skateboarding too is I feel like it's one of those things where your progress is real. It's pretty obvious.
Yes.
Like you learn a new trick, and it's like, oh, that's so awesome. Like I can see myself getting better.
100%.
That's
Definitely.
really cool.
Definitely.
Now, how long have you two been skating, surfing yourselves?
I've been surfing since I was like 10 years old.
Really?
Yeah, so a long time.
That's awesome. And
I started skateboarding when I was 8, and I think the first time I tried surfing, I was like 10.
really,
Yeah.
now does one help with the other? Is there any sort of like crossover?
Yeah.
They like okay,
Yeah, definitely. I would say skateboarding helps you surf.
okay.
What would you say?
Yeah, skateboarding definitely helps you with the muscle memory and all the body mechanics, breaking it down. I mean, we can go on for a while.
Oh, okay.
But, that's I nerd out on that stuff, so
Yeah.
does he, so it's fun.
Definitely.
That's
And
awesome.
It's cool passing your passion on to kids and letting them see like what, fall in love with what you love too. So.
That's fantastic. Now, where do you hope to see GETABOARD, 5-10 years down the line?
Working closely with the local colleges like we already are, just building relationships. We already have, plenty of interns that we had from UCF this year, and they did an excellent job. I'm new at management, like I said, because it turns, you turn around and as you grow, you just got to keep, so you got to keep growing and you make mistakes. But the thing is that like we're growing so fast that it's fun.
That's great.
Yeah, and so hopefully expanding out across the country.
That's fantastic.
I would love to have chapters in every single state.
That'd be fantastic, because there's
That's
kids
what's
everywhere that
happening,
would love to do this.
Oh,
for
definitely,
sure.
definitely.
That's awesome. Have you guys had, either of you, I'm sure you both have them, but we'll go one at a time, had a favorite moment being a part of Get Aboard?
You got one?
Yeah, my favorite was I was teaching skate lessons over the summer at Howard Middle School in downtown Orlando.
Okay.
We were working with some kids at the Homeless Coalition. And one kid, we were like, all right, guys, you guys are going to line up, and you're all going to skate across the basketball court. One kid in particular fell right on his butt immediately, and he was embarrassed. Kids were laughing at him, and I put him over the side, and I talked to him for a little bit. I was like, hey, man, you can do this. You're better than those kids laughing at you. And by the end of the day, he was teaching kids how to turn.
Oh, wow.
So he took my advice. I taught him what he did wrong, and then suddenly he was able to teach that to 3 other kids within 30 minutes. So it was empowering for me, and I felt that it was empowering for him, most importantly.
Absolutely. He'll take that outside of skateboarding.
Oh,
That's
definitely. Definitely, yeah. It's life lessons. That's what
awesome.
That's what we're really trying to teach the kids.
And no better way to teach kids life lessons than to do something fun.
Of course, yeah.
Like sports in general is one of the best ways to learn discipline and all sorts of that.
Definitely.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, so we also incorporate some components of STEM like science, technology, engineering, mathematics, friction, inertia. There's a lot of things that kids can learn through skateboarding hands-on that they can't learn anywhere else. So
absolutely, because
life lessons.
Already I have a lot of questions I could ask. One, I never understood. How do the feet stay on the board? I legitimately don't understand that. That seems to defy physics.
It works with physics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you want me to break it down a little bit?
Hey,
so I could grab a skateboard real quick, actually.
Oh my God. Props. We've got props.
So I'll walk you what we call an ollie.
Okay, I'm familiar with the term.
This maneuver is started in 1978, actually in Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
In a pool, actually. That's where
right.
it started. So basically, an ollie is where you push down on what we call the tail. And this, at the same time that you're pushing down on the tail, your front foot, which is about mid-board, is going to be sliding sideways.
Uh-huh.
When it's sliding sideways, it starts to what we call rocket.
Okay.
Which is sending it into the air.
Okay.
At that moment, you're also going to start to move your back foot upward and your front foot upward, and that's going to level it out.
All right, so it doesn't rock it.
No.
Yeah, so you take it out and level it out. Okay.
So yeah, when you pop, and then you use the friction, and then you use your forward momentum that you already have, and then it's going to level it out.
Okay.
Plus cause and effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Action, reaction.
Action, reaction. Yeah,
Yep.
It's just like
So
Newton
it's
stuff. Yeah.
basic physics, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So wait, why don't you try it right now?
Because we're not insured. That's why I'm not going to try
Come
it right
on.
now. But
I'm scared. Who wants him to try it right now? Yeah, come on. I think so.
All right.
I can show you one if you want.
Why don't we do that first? Why don't you show me how it's done?
I'll scoot over here.
I'll even do it in my dress shoes.
Challenge. Go for it.
So you're going to push down and then slide forward.
Okay.
Now, you just give him a stand up. He doesn't have to.
You can just stand on it.
Okay. Oh, that I can do all day. So I'm going to stand on this board, and then we're going to get ready. I played hockey growing up, so I got some balance.
There you go. There you go.
All right. That's about all the time we have with you guys. Thank you so much. Hop up here. Hop up here. Get on screen. I'm going to slide over here with your board. They're good guys. They're doing great work.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Get Aboard for being with us today. Up next, we have the titillating Violectric. See you soon, as in right after the break. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff.
Today, when you have multiple devices at your fingertips, wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
Do you like sports? Do you like reading about sports? Then we got a sports blog just for you. Stay on my peripherals. That's not fun. Hitting the field.
The first student-run sports blog.
For sports fans.
By sports fans.
See, it's all about the product shot.
Where do you want me to stand?
Don't talk though, I want them to see the hole.
Hitting the field. We cover football. We cover basketball. And so much more.
He's out! By sports reporters. And Meech.
What up? Watch the show and read the sports blog. Hitting the
Field!
Today, when you have multiple devices at your fingertips, wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after tonight, you can catch them December 9th at their 5th annual holiday show at Lake Eola and on all social media as Violectric Music. Please welcome the one and only Violectric. Take it away.